So you thinking of getting some cows and wondering if you need a barn? Well, you do, and you don't. See, it all depends on the type of cows you have and what you're doing with them. The question you first have to answer is, what are you going to do with your cows? Are they going to be beef cows? Are they going to be dairy cows? Do you have heritage cows like the Scottish Highlands with the thick woolly hair where they can keep themselves warm in winter? Or do you have sort of short hair, thin skin cows that are better suited to warmer climates? See, with Highlands here, they have 2 layers of hair to keep them warm in the winter. Really long hair, and then a very short, kind of downy, fluffy undercoat. Because depending on the type of cows you have, it all makes a difference in determining whether you need a barn, a shelter, or really nothing at all. Now, because we use our Highlands just for beef and we don't use them for milk at all, we don't have to have a sheltered area to hold them in to be able to milk them. We can get away with the shelter here and just having the woods here to provide their shelter. Now, if you have dairy cows, obviously you're going to need a sheltered area. So a barn is very nice for that sort of thing, to be able to put them into different stalls, be able to milk them, and look after them a little more in that regard. It's nicer to be able to clean their udders and, you know, go through the whole process of milking when they're kind of stationary and preoccupied with eating. Now with these guys, we don't have to worry about keeping them still for milking. The only time we have to worry about keeping them still is for their feet or for shots, injections, sometimes worming as well. So when we do have to give our Highland shots and sometimes worming or their feet or that sort of thing and keep them still, we actually use the crush right here. And we used it a few times with the baby this summer because she was sick, had a little fever and flu and all yucky, but we fixed her all up. Even our little baby has no problem with this type of weather either. The amount of hair here keeps them really warm, and they don't have a lot of fat on them either. So that hair does all the work for them. Having big hairy cows like the Highlands make a huge difference in their abilities to survive in cooler and cold climates. Harsh climates where it rains or snows a lot, the wind blows, it's all wet. They can do very well in this kind of climate. It's funny because a lot of the times on those really cold days, what you'll find is the cows out here making a bed in their own food, taking in the glorious sunshine. Or on those really hot days, you'll find them lounging in the forest, up against a tree, in the cool moss, just chilling out. No cares whatsoever. So as you can see, we don't have a barn for our Highlands. We have the shed that they can keep shelter in on those really miserable days. But most of the time, again, they're either in the forest or out here in the open. They really enjoy that. If we had dairy cows though, we definitely want something a little more than this shelter, because trying to milk a cow in that shelter is not going to be that fun. So again, depending on the type of cows you have, what you're going to do with those cows, makes a big difference in the decision on whether or not you actually need a barn or not. If you're going to get some kind of heritage breeds, some Highlands for beef, a barn probably isn't necessary. It's handy, and we would definitely love having a barn, but it's not necessary. So guys, if you're thinking about having cows, I hope this video gives you some sort of insight and some sort of knowledge and answers a few questions you might have had about whether you're going to need a barn or a shed, some sort of facilities on your homestead to be able to house your animals. Again, it all comes down to the cows you have, what you're thinking of getting, what you want to do with them, etc. So again, hope this helped. If you like this video, get down here and check this one out. It's about cows too.